All right, welcome to Monday Night Football, JV. Wildcat football versus Chippewa Falls tonight. In the booth tonight, I got Kevin Westhouse on camera, Josh Lassie, Jerry Snedeker helping me out. Thanks for everybody being here. We are just about ready to get started. Wildcats come in, JV come in at a record of 4-2 right now, with a win up in Superior last week.
Ripped off, is that 2 in a row now? We on a
2 in a
streak?
row.
Is that what's a streak? Is it 2 or 3?
I think 2's a streak.
2 could be a streak.
I think 2's a streak.
Whatever sounds better, we're that.
All right.
This game snuck up on us, fellas. It had 10 minutes on the clock. I looked up and it said 18 seconds. I don't know. And here we are.
Nice kick by Robbie Anderson. Touchback right away.
Yeah, after last Friday's game, there might be a little bit of want to come back and kick Chippewa Falls in the mouth. Ready for just another manic Monday.
Yeah, Friday night's extravaganza, the varsity game, was quite the finish. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, go check it out on our YouTube channel. Pitch to the outside here. Number 15 for Chippewa Falls.
Now, they're going to find out pretty early that this JV team covers the sidelines, sideline to sideline, pretty well. So I feel pretty comfortable if that's their running strategy.
Agreed. Yeah, we saw Hudson really bite us up the middle, just running the ball through those A-gaps, but sideline to sideline, we've been good.
Yeah, living on a prayer if you're really going to run out that way the whole game. Of course, as I say that.
Pitch to the outside of number 15 again of Chippewa Falls. Picks up about 8 yards, and that will be a 1st and 10 for Chippewa.
Yeah, that was a good run there. He had some good forward momentum, pushed past the stick, and first down for Chip.
Devin Bush is the running back for Chippewa Falls. 1st and 10, ball's on the 36.
A little movement there. It does look like they're sticking to the edge runs.
Yeah, I guess I spoke a little too soon. Hopefully this isn't a never-ending story for the game, and we're able to tighten that up.
Tackle by Cal Usgard and Vincent Costa-Billo.
That fella's got some wheels.
Yeah, a little bit more speed than we've seen the last few weeks on the edges. It'll put us to the test, but I think we'll make some adjustments and probably shut that down pretty quick here.
There's that inside dive that they had on Friday night as well. So they kind of run you outside, and then they do that little inside dive.
45 Riley Usgard there on the tackle.
Pickup of about 2 yards. Ball's on the 50-yard line.
That is right in between the 50 and 51, right, Justin?
It's real close to the 51.
I think it's the 50 and a half.
It's real close to the 51. Oh, a little jump there. Oh, and number 6'6" has a
Ryder Armitage with maybe a strip sack.
Oh, a strip sack and a fumble.
What a play!
What kind of dinner does that get him there?
I bet you that gets him something good there. That's a pretty awesome play. A little injury down on the field. I thought maybe there was a jump off sides on that play, but guess not.
Yeah, that was just great penetration up front. Ryder got into the backfield and was able to get a hand on the ball and good recovery there. Good field position here for our offense.
I didn't see exactly what happened to that player down, but he's hopping up and jogging off on
Brody
his own.
Schaefer, yeah. Brody Schaefer coming off.
You
Just
like
kind of a
that?
little banged up. Yep. It's good to see.
So let's see if this week we get the law firm going again.
Yeah, who is our first running back of the
Well, I think
three-headed
it'd be
monster?
Lesh. Lesh is out there, right? Yep.
Yeah, Curdy Lesh and Costadillo, right?
Yep. Big run up the middle by Lesh. Probably picks up about 6 yards.
Is he the brother of the junkyard dog, Eddie Lesh?
He is.
He is the
little,
brother.
A little side story in that, too. So he's got family out in South Park, Colorado, the original South Park, Colorado. And they own the Stage Stop Saloon in South Park, and they were playing all the games when the junkyard dog was playing out at the Stage Stop Saloon in South Park, Colorado.
Flag here. False start. Got a little excited there. You know, the one thing that this offense, and really all football teams, they really thrive when you can take that ball, take it on the run early, and, establish that run.
5-yard penalty there brings it to 2nd and 10.
Wipes out a nice gain.
There we go. Nice little play action pass to 89.
So I'm running that one in warm-ups, and Massa threw a couple of nice balls, obviously without the defense there, but looked pretty much the same as how they were executing in warm-ups early on. So you like that, good balanced attack.
Hayden Bottleson with the reception on that.
Real impressive how comfortable Tino is throwing on the run. It's so difficult sometimes to throw when your body's in motion and really get an accurate pass off, and he's done a really good job over the last few games.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
We've talked about it every week. Ball
Yep.
security's really been the key for this team, and the couple of games where they've protected the football, they've been, dare I say, rather dominant. And when they haven't, it's just gone the other way.
That was on the exchange there, fellas. The ball just didn't get into the breadbasket, hit him in the hip area, and the ball fell down to planet Earth, and that's a loose ball recovered by Chippewa Falls.
Kevin obviously got the memo that it's not my responsibility to look at things.
You're the talent.
Thank you for
You're the talent.
Just happened to see that.
I need your optometrist phone number.
Yeah, I'm looking at this
Big
viewfinder
tackle
here.
in the backfield there by number 4 and number 58 of the Wildcats. It was pretty much a jailbreak coming through the offensive line there.
Yeah, busted play. If we can start getting that much push up front in the middle of our defensive line, that's going to be a problem for Chip here.
That was Vincent and Lincoln. Brings up 2nd and about 12 for Chippewa Falls.
Yeah, tackle for a loss. Can't beat it.
There's that inside dive again. Number 5, the running back.
Defense doing a good job keeping them to 3rd and long here. Maybe they can hold on to this and flip the field around for the offense.
Wesley Tanzer on the carry.
Chippewa Falls really works that counter well, don't they? I mean, at all levels, freshman, JV, and varsity level, that's their program. The counter draw, the counter play, and it really forces the defense to stay in their lanes.
Yeah, it takes a disciplined football team to guard against that kind of a run attack.
Big sweep around the outside. Number 1 is looking for, and it looks like he is going to just scamper right into the end zone.
Yeah, he could have. He had plenty of room there. Could have walked into the end zone like an Egyptian there.
You know what I like to say right there, fellas? Speed never has a day off. Boy, that kid is quick.
Yeah, he turns that corner, and we didn't have really anybody in position to tackle him, and they actually even had a blocker with them that kind of held one of our guys off there.
Yeah, you walked 500 miles on that one.
Man.
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive run. Maybe that gap control you're talking about there, Kevin, is kind of preventing us from getting sideline to sideline. Concerned about that counter.
The field goal is no good. Looked like a bad exchange on the snap there, the skipped across the turf. So brings the score 6-0. Chippewa Falls takes the first score.
And again, capitalizing on the turnover. We couldn't do it, and they just run their speedster out there and get the 6 before we do. But lots of game left. Again, we've seen this team, bounce back and get real disciplined. Great coaching staff when you're able to adjust like that. So just another opportunity.
There's no doubt. I mean, the one thing you see on all levels of our program and really in our sports is the cult of personality that they really create, and it really kind of shows in the grit.
It's like the Dan Common Man show right now.
Wow.
The dead air.
There was some dead air right there. That felt a little awkward right there, fellas. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's not normal.
Well, sometimes you just
Between these two, it's
you gotta
usually not that.
you gotta let things settle a little bit.
Right,
If you're just over the top of each other the whole time, that
Yeah.
the audience doesn't have a minute to absorb what's happening. I've learned that in my years of performance.
Sometimes that can create some real drama too, right? People are just, they're just hanging on that next word that's coming.
Yeah, they usually stop doing that after they keep listening.
An awkward kick, real short kick, received by number 16.
That's Cal Usgard, I believe.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, their kicking game does not seem to be a strong point. We'll see how that plays out as the game goes on here.
Hey, if you're on the chat section, let us know where you're watching from tonight. I'd like to give you a shout-out. Say hello.
I know our broadcast reaches at least one person in Stillwater, Minnesota.
There you go.
Hello.
Where are we stretching across planet Earth tonight?
It's got to be at least several counties.
Several.
Wildcats start on the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Pitch to the outside here, coming around the corner. A little patience, waiting for his blocks to get in front of him.
Are we got that same running rotation,
That's
or is that
Lesh.
we got Lesh back
Lesh.
in?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't have much of a series that last go round, so they got him back in there.
Yeah,
Wildcats do a great job of rotating in running backs. We got the law firm of Lesh, Curdy, and Costabillo.
Good to see, too, kid fumbles, put the ball right back in his hands, build
Yep.
that confidence back up.
Be about 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, you just don't stop believing in a kid like that. Make sure you throw him right back out there. He's hungry like the wolf, and he's gonna get his yards.
God, don't stop believing. Hungry like the wolf. All these.
Little play action here to the flat.
To Bottleson again. Nice play. That's worked twice in a row now.
Yeah, again, Tino runs that play action so well, throws so accurately when he's moving his feet, and coaching staff's doing a good job calling the plays to kind of take advantage of that.
Well, time after time, they just execute real well on that tight end pass.
That Bottleson kid's a good-looking tight end. He's got the frame, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He's a big unit.
Decent hands, too. I don't think we've seen him missed one, when they throw to him. So.
Little Ethan Campbell-esque.
Yeah.
Ooh. Why not? Run it the
Here
other
we
way.
go.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, good chunk pick
Oh,
on the flag on
flag
the
on
play
the
here.
play.
I hope that's laid. He laid off pretty good. I was a little worried they'd call that, but it looks like they might get 89 with a block in the back. But
Yeah, sometimes you just got to keep your hands to yourself. But, it's tough. You want to try to make the block sprout a big play, and sometimes it doesn't work out.
hopefully we don't see too many flags in the air tonight.
So a 10-yard penalty brings it back,
Yeah.
1st and 14?
I'm certainly not a referee. I saw him. He recognized he was on the backside of that guy, and he let up. He barely got a hand on his shoulder, but we'll send that into the league. We'll see what they have to say.
Spot foul, Justin, so that's just now 1st and 12.
Pitch to Lesh to the outside.
Gets a couple back on that run. Again, we're attacking at all angles. I like the balanced attack. We've got, several passes in the air so far, and running on the outside and running up the gut.
Rachel, welcome aboard from Chippewa. We're 74% homer, but we will celebrate all great plays. So put up with that.
Yeah, good ball is good ball.
Yep, no doubt.
Welcome to have you aboard, though, from Chippewa Falls.
Coming back to the left side here, Lesh. Full head of steam as he moves forward. Picks up about 3-4 yards.
I'm kind of curious if the Stage Stop Saloon in South Park still playing these games with the Lesh family. If you are, let us know.
Yeah, as far as we can reach, let's do that. You'd think they would. They were dedicated.
Right? They used to be. I mean, they used to every game they were chiming in. They had it on like 7 TVs out there in South Park.
Got to watch the Monday Night Football
That's
broadcast.
right.
The Monday Night Football.
They're down at 6.
Oh,
Play
More
action.
pressure from the backside. Great throw.
There's 34, yep. Boy, he just ran so far away on that one after he caught the ball.
Tito's just really proven himself that, he can really throw passes. In Superior, saw him stretch out the pass game a little bit, and looks like a little continuation of that now. And, after a 3rd and long, abracadabra, first down from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that was nasty.
It was Logan Gore on the reception.
So what's the over and under on song references tonight? We're at 11 already. Was the over under like 19?
Oh, what do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Just calling a play.
Yeah.
Flesh up the middle.
This is just color commentary at its finest. Unscripted, unrehearsed, straight off the cuff.
I mean, you throw out an abracadabra in there. I mean,
Jerry. It's supposed to be a little more subtle. Yeah, just push it.
I'm just filling in my bingo card over here. I don't know.
Wildcats ball on the 21. Pitch to the outside to Lesh again. Oh, and he's just going to drag a couple with him.
Wow, good.
You got to like that. Yep.
Yeah, just kept those legs churning there. And, I mean, we've seen this week after week. All three running backs, especially Lesh, has just carried the team on his back when he needs to, and that sets up that play action that we've seen be so successful so far here.
And not afraid to make the contact. That's what I like about this running back group, too. You'll see that with all three of them.
Yeah, they do not like to go out of bounds. They like to lower the boom and let it go.
Oh, they got that covered.
No,
And
but
then
look
there
at
it
how
is,
he goes
next
to the second level. Yeah.
Multiple plays there set up that touchdown pass. They've gone to that flat how many times so far? And that running game with Lesh is working so well. Linebackers have got to keep their feet planted and account for 32. And, you got that second and third level slants coming across there.
They were not going to let another tight end pass in the flat. They had Bottleson covered, double covered. Well,
It was Rico Alvarez for the reception there.
What a well put together drive,
Yep.
Down the field. Really never got into trouble. 1 3rd and 6-ish, but really never got behind the sticks that far.
struggled with the 2-point conversion a little bit this year. I don't know what our percentage rate is, but it's not real high.
Justin.
Here we are at 6-6 then, with 1:54 left in the first quarter. Wildcats just pushed her down the field about 60 yards to tie the ball game.
Surprisingly, Josh, we don't have to read the time off tonight. We have the clock.
We do.
I'm going to do it anyway.
It's the only thing he has the attention span to look at.
That was one of the jobs I had.
Well-sustained drive there. Right, Justin?
Very continual process that we needed.
That was a really well put-together drive, and didn't hurt starting with the shorter field after that short kick by Chip, but, well executed from there on out. Let's see if Robbie Anderson can boom one through the end zone again here.
After that first series with the fumble, that was a good answer to Chippewa Falls' first score.
Absolutely.
You know what they say about clock reading in any repetitive job? They said if you have a repetitive job, the same thing over and over, you're going to be replaced by a machine, and that already happened.
Well, it's been real, boys.
We throw up a camera and you're done.
Yeah.
There's things I do that no machine can replace.
Good kick there by Robbie Anderson over the head of the receiving team for Chip, and it went for a touchback.
Yeah, that was a real nice boot.
Yeah, we've seen that throughout the year too. Josh, the secret weapon there, the kicker. He's done a good job, and it really flips the field over. We saw that with Chip's kicker, not necessarily putting us deep in our territory. Makes it tougher. Let's see if we can defend sideline to sideline a little bit better on defense here on this drive.
Yeah, adjusting that speed is just a matter of playing some better angles with another rush to the outside. They're really attacking those. I really kind of jinxed us, didn't I?
Well, I tell you, they might have watched film on Hudson and New Richmond, because that's how both those teams whipped us, was getting outside, and we just were not making the tackles on the outside.
Help me with 16, his name.
That's Riley Usgard.
So Riley Usgard.
No, that's Cal Usgard. I'm sorry.
Cal
That's his brother,
Usgard
Cal.
did a great job shedding the block there. They had him tied up, and he was beating off that block. He got free of that block and ended up making the tackle. So great job getting off that block, Mr. Usgard.
Oh, he's one of the numbers we've called time and time again when they run those wide plays. That he really does a good job running sideline to sideline. Good defender on the football field, and he's a good defender on the ice too.
A little bit of movement on the line, no flag.
Interesting how that hole opened up in the middle for him to just walk right through, huh?
Yeah, I think that I believe that's the first pass play or first time the quarterbacks dropped back to pass, whether or not that was a design draw or an actual pass play. First time we've seen that look from Chip.
And we also get to call Riley Usgard's number on that one with the tackle in conjunction with number 4, Vincent Costabillo, in on that stop on the quarterback rush up the gut.
Clock winding down here in quarter number 1 already.
Yeah, just a half a minute left. Let's see if we can hold them and force a little bit of a field position change here with their punting team.
Oh,
Well defended. Man, what a play.
number 4 on the coverage, Vincent Costabillo.
Yeah, he got his hand on the ball. Really, his eyes never left the quarterback. He just kind of sat on that route and jumped in front of it. Really, really good play.
Costabillo, that's a number we call a lot too. He's just one of those kids that's all over the place. You like to see it.
Yeah, you see his quickness on the offensive side when they hit him the football, and that translates into really good coverage of that pass there.
There's that inside dive. Yep. Got to get him. Boy, he's running. He is just going to go all the way. Number 5 is going to take it into the end zone.
He was thinking about throwing up the peace sign on the way in. I saw that.
Yeah, something was going on in that mind of his. I mean, I would too. Then I'd have fallen down at about the 30.
You're right.
That's that Wesley Tanzer again from Chippewa Falls.
That speed's pretty impressive. It's gotten us 2 times. That one, there's a little bit of motion in the backfield, a little kind of a reverse play.
Yeah, it was a reverse.
Yeah.
Yep, a little misdirection, handed it off to the halfback I think it was the wingback on the right side, and then he caught the back on the left side coming through. I might have had those reversed, but
Instead of going for the field goal this time, Chippewa was going for the 2-point conversion, and go figure who they're going to pitch it to. Initial contact stop, but it looks like he's in.
Castabillo and Cal Usgard they were chasing him down there. They got a hold of him right before the goal line, but couldn't quite keep him out.
So that's a pair of 50-plus yard runs for Chippewa Falls here in quarter number 1.
Yeah, when they're outside of those 2 big chunk plays, they really haven't had a whole lot of success moving the ball. At the middle of the field, we haven't seen a pass play yet be completed. We had that one defended. So 1 pass play, but those stretch runs sideline to sideline will definitely need to be an adjustment made by the coaching staff here before they hit the field again.
And you've seen them cover that well, so I fully expect that they will. Another thing I noticed on that 2-point conversion too is, in the couple of broadcasts I've done, and especially when they've been successful, they haven't missed any tackles, right? And that was a little bit of a hard one for that backer to come over there and make, after Costabillo gets that first contact. But we were making those and making those stops and not letting a lot of those arm tackles slip through. So a couple things to tighten up that the Wildcats are typically pretty good at, and I have faith that we'll be able to do that.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll make the right adjustments here. It'll be interesting to see if Chip then makes an adjustment and tries to sustain a little bit of middle run, pressure to keep our linebackers and our middle of our defense honest.
A little short kick again, but fielded by the Ryder Ergens.
Yeah, again, we start with pretty good field position. Looks like we're just over the 35-yard line, and that'll do it for the first quarter.
I got you, Justin. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to jump over a bunch of cords, and I'm going to get in here, and I'm going to play a little bit. I'm going to throw up a 15-second commercial. I'm going to really bring this thing in.
There we go.
So let's hear. I'm going to move it second quarter first. You guys give a little recap there. What you got?
The first half the first quarter was really defined by those 2 big plays by Chip. And, when you look at our offense was able to do what we've seen him do the whole time, a big, long drive, ate a bunch of clock, was able to really, shorten that first quarter. Outside of those 2 big plays by Chip, the defense was looking pretty good. But, 2 50-plus yard runs, and you'll find yourself down by a touchdown.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go thank our sponsor real quick. First National Bank of River Falls.
Community banking is about giving back to the communities we serve. It's about focusing on needs and making decisions to better businesses and families in the area. It gives an opportunity for employees to live, work, and play local. We are your community bank.
Thank you, First National Bank of River Falls, and over there up on the hill in Prescott, downtown River Falls, and on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, River Falls. Hey, who's hungry? Look at that Charlie Cat chicken sandwich right there if you're hungry. Look at that pickle, that thing right there, and that special sauce down there at Tarnation Tavern. Go down there and get yourself one of those Charlie Cat chicken sandwiches, see Fred Barr.
I brought my Tarnation Tavern shirt.
See, there you go.
We could use some of those in the booth if they're listening.
Right.
Looks like we may have a switch on quarterback or on halfback here.
Which part of the Costabillo?
Costabillo's out there.
The tail end of the law firm of Lesh, Curdy, and Costabillo. Costabillo gets the nod for the opening drive of the second quarter.
Yeah, that's a good-looking sandwich.
You know, one thing about that first quarter, both teams had a fumble. River Falls had a forced fumble, and then Chippewa had a fumble as well. So I think that may be a tale of the game, too, is controlling the ball again. 2nd and 6. Ball's on the 40.
Bit of
He's
a
got to
duck.
go get it. Pass was intended for Ryder Ergens. Maybe a little miscommunication. It was over the top of his head, right? He stopped.
It looked like he just stopped his feet a little bit early. He definitely had a height advantage on the coverage there, and I think if he'd have taken a few more steps, may have been able to get up and high point that ball.
And that might have been what they saw there was that height mismatch because it was pretty significant. And he kind of just threw that one up there, and he backed him down like an NBA forward, boxed him out, and just didn't quite go deep enough.
Looks like they're going to pass again. Logan Gore on the side, and he's still running.
Yeah, they love that little duck dump pass to the running back there, and it's been effective all year. Again, I'm not a football expert. I don't know how hard it is to cover that, but that works for them a ton.
Speaking of football experts and football terminology, I had never heard heightness before, but that's pretty good. Someone said heightness.
You know what? Webster Dictionary is my middle name.
Is it right next to strategery?
Is that a real word?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Kevin, if you look, the ball's actually on the mysterious 52-yard line.
It
right
is,
there.
too.
Yeah.
That's good.
Vincent Costabillo.
Yeah, and there I just love the way he runs and tucks that shoulder and delivers the blow.
You know, one thing that we've seen a lot with Costabillo in there is those little pitch plays that stretch that defensive line out a little bit, and he gets a little bit of a seam, and he's going to get upfield, 3, 4, 5 yards pretty much every time we've seen it.
He's not a player of significant stature, so he can definitely find the crease a little bit more, and he uses that to advantage. But, I wouldn't take him lightly. He delivers a pop. He's fun to watch.
Pickup of a couple on that one. Looked like it was a little bit of a missed block there on 33 of Chippewa.
I'll bring up 3rd and 5. I believe the last member of the firm has entered the game at halfback.
So we've got the whole law firm represented today.
They're all here.
To give them a call.
Hey, another thing you could do watching at home, you could just hit that little like button. Our egos are pretty fragile, Go ahead and just happen to fall on that and hit the thumbs up.
There's a like button?
There is.
There he is
Again.
with Logan again. Yeah, and he just decides to deliver one. That sounds good. I like that.
I don't want to get your guys' head too big, but this season on JV football, you'll have like 63 likes and 0 dislikes. So you're 63-0. I don't want to jinx you, but it's pretty good.
There's no doubt that you have just earned our first dislike.
You
don't even mention the dislike button. That should be a thing.
Did I just set that up for
I
someone?
think you might have.
I think I did.
Probably my wife. So
Boy, it's a
Nice
crisp
little pass to Ryder Ergens
Moss
there.
is on point today.
Yep.
yeah, he
He's
is.
had that one kind of floater. Everything else has been exactly where it needs to be.
And that longer ball they set up earlier, I think kind of set up that little stop route. The defender's backing off thinking that he's going to run up the field. He just threw the brakes on, and Tino hit him in the chest with the ball, and good gain on first down. Brings up 2nd and short.
That's a crisp pass. That thing had a little hair on it. Man, just right between the 1 and 9. Boom.
Yeah, he put a little sauce on that.
He did.
Maybe a little run here by Austin. We haven't seen it. There it is. I tell you what, this guy cannot drive 55.
All 3 of these backs that we've seen in here are
They hit
an
that
issue.
second gear.
Yeah,
they just go.
They're an issue for any defense, and that just means we got two backs sitting on the sideline staying fresh. They're going to hit you in the second half with the other two, and they're going to have the legs to run through the defense. Fun to watch.
This offensive line is pretty consistent, too. I mean, Marcus Shuttle in the center there, he's done a real nice job of tightening up his snaps and everything like that. Another pass to the outside to Ryder Ergens. Hold on.
Good gain there. We're just outside of the 10-yard lines where the first down was snapped from. So there is possibility of a first down inside. Looks like maybe just inside the 2. But that was a good, again, you're getting 4 or 5 yards on pretty much every first down. Really kind of opens up your playbook and allows you to control the game clock. A little bit of a busted play up the side there, and you can just see as soon as he saw that he wasn't going to be able to get the edge, he just goes north and south and turns straight up field, and it turned into a possible loss play into a no gain.
Fullback Logan Gore there, he didn't have any time to make his block. That was
But to your point, Justin, earlier, this offensive line, offensive lines usually do go underappreciated, but they've been creating a lot of movement, and they've really pushed all the defensive lines around that we've seen all year, letting the law firm run.
Cover that pass in the flat well that time.
Yeah, again, though, it was a throw that was only in an area that I think that's 15 there. He was the only one that could catch that. That's a safe throw. Didn't go for much, but let's see what they get dialed up here on fourth down.
That was Rico.
Wildcats can get a first down if they get it to about the 2-yard line, so we don't have to punch this in.
4th and what?
Looks like to be about 5.
Yeah, about 4th and 5 from the 7.
My Texas education math serves me right. Counted 5 of those little slash marks.
There's Logan Gore. He's going to just take it right into the end zone, and what a great run
If at
through.
first you don't succeed, try again.
Yep.
We don't have anybody keeping stats today, but I don't think there's been many incompletions so far. All of these passes have been right on the money. Maybe the one incompletion early in that drive, but man, he is throwing the ball really well, and that's really kept these drives going in really, really critical places.
I think, if memory serves me correct, there was one on the first drive and then one on this drive. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, he has to have completed close to 10 passes.
Absolutely.
Speaking of 10, Massa just a pocket full of dimes tonight is what he's throwing.
That is correct. Oh, good hard run up the middle there.
And he punches it in.
Yeah, he did.
Took a little bit of a licking, but he got it into the end zone for the 2. You'd like to see that. Wildcats tied up at 14. We got a heck of a ball game here. Looks like both squads came to play, and nobody's going to let that hangover from Friday night carry over into this game. Everybody showed up today.
Yeah, there's no doubt that there's probably a handful of kids on each sideline that hit the field on Friday. Everybody had to watch how that game panned out, and I'm sure there's a little bit extra put into the game plan here, and a little bit extra effort on the field.
It was a nice, solid walk this way down the field, by the Wildcats to bring it back to tie it up.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we can make those adjustments to stop this Chip offense, because the only way we've stopped them so far is that forced fumble by Ryder Armitage. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, we haven't had many answers for that outside run, so let's see what kind of adjustments we can make here.
Need more Armitage.
Yeah, once you send a message down to him.
Mole Guyver.
Mole Gruber.
Same thing.
Mr. Green Shoes.
Probably more Gruber than Guyver.
What's he looking? This is that number 5 again, who is real quick, and he is just rumbling. And he's still up on his feet. Still up on his feet. Not down yet. Out of bounds.
Forced out of bounds on the far sideline. That is a he runs not just fast, but he runs hard. I mean, he broke 3, 4, 5 tackles there to fight his way across the 50 and giving Chip good field position. What yard line is that, Justin?
It's not the 52.
Okay.
I'll tell you that right now.
You know,
not the 52.
57. It's the 57.
Watching the Vikings game this weekend, and the Packers fans will get to watch it next weekend when they're over in England. The scoreboard in the stadium often said they were on the 65-yard line. So I do believe, Justin, that your heritage may play some part in the confusion with the yard lines. It may come from
it is from England.
soccer,
yes.
or as they call it across the sea, football.
Yeah.
Again with that reverse.
And he's tackled from behind by number 32, Charlie Lesh, getting the tackle here.
So both teams really just going with what's working, right? Which, makes sense. But a lot of times you'll see teams try and get creative or do things that, maybe haven't been successful early on in the game. But the Wildcats with those passes in the flats and Chip with those outside runs and that misdirection.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of the movement, the pre-snap movement, and right after the snap, the movement is moving around our linebackers quite a bit, and they're not sure where to go.
It's just an inside handoff there. I'm not sure if it's what Kevin alluded to earlier of, just trying to honor your lanes.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like we're anticipating too much before it even starts.
Yeah, and sometimes it gets that way. You give too much information, too much download, and you get kind of paralysis by analysis.
Forget your discipline. There we go.
Oh, almost.
Good contact in the backfield, but he still stumbled forward for a handful there.
Good job getting back there and disrupting the play.
We got 32.
And just like that, we are
Chippewa Falls is on the 10-yard line.
Yeah, we're
Is that first
inside
and
of the
goal?
red zone.
First and goal.
From 10.
Just hit the like button, Jalen. Do what your brother says.
You guys are supposed to be channeling your inner Gus Johnson. He could score!
Yeah, he can be excitable.
Very. I listen
He
to
can.
when on my way to call the varsity games. I play him in the car on the way there just to get me kind of geared up.
A little bit of hype.
motivation.
I drink 7 Mountain Dews and about 8 minutes of Gus Johnson, and I'm ready to go. It's the wicked combination. That's the wicked combination.
Yeah,
right there.
I mean it's. I think Josh listened to Putting on the Ritz on his way in here. Mm-hmm. That's what talent does.
That's what the tap shoes are for. I
That's
get
right.
it now.
Yep.
I get quiet. That's what I do.
Oh, do you?
I get quiet.
Yeah.
Just
Stare into your rearview mirror.
some
and,
meditation. Yeah. Just
Yep, there
Go
it
to
is.
find your happy place.
Yeah, channel that inner peace.
Yep.
Then I come in here, you guys wreck it.
That's the idea.
I'm just trying to stay out of the way of the
That's the
talent.
idea.
That's all I do.
Yeah, you're like you got a nice stack of blocks. We just knock them down.
Yeah.
That's why we're friends.
That's right.
Josh
Just-
feeling a little good about himself. Let's take care of that.
Just over 3 minutes left in the
Timeout.
first half.
Wildcat timeout there.
Yeah, and just outside of the 5-yard line here, a big stand would be critical. I think we saw they probably are in 4-down territory down here. We saw their kicking unit have a little bit of issue on that first attempted PAT.
We got
So-
Lincoln and Tyler Bennett on the defensive line here. Haven't called their names much. Let's see if they can make a mess of this one. Come on, guys. Pitch to the outside. Got that number 5 again.
Yeah.
No, number 1.
It's just too much side-to-side speed. They do a good job of the whole line just kind of moves with our defense. And, we're doing a good job keeping those cutback lanes closed, but we just can't necessarily seal the edge.
We never got a hand on him.
Yeah.
That Mason Howard, he was in the game on Friday night, too. I remember there was 3 Masons. 3 different Masons on Friday night.
Same play? Nope.
No, reverse going to number 5, and maybe a throw. It looks like he's going to – nope. Yeah,
Wow.
He's in.
He's quick.
Yep.
What
he
I
is.
noticed
That's
on that
Wesley.
touchdown, too, you had number 76 in that second level, and he sealed off, a linebacker or two on the way to covering that edge. And so that might be something to keep an eye on. You get those linemen like that, especially, this program has him listed as
I'll get it.
senior, Landon Barsamian, getting some JV time. Maybe somebody on Chip can correct me if that's a different 76.
Maybe they had homecoming on Friday night and they got their numbers mixed up like we did at Superior.
Oh.
Yeah, because the girls didn't return the jerseys. So,
The inside story.
That's right.
Yeah. That's gonna make the journal.
Wow.
Once you give a girl a sweatshirt, you never get it back.
Yeah.
you never give it
No,
back.
that's the lesson these kids will
Oh.
learn. Well, neither team has had an answer for the other team's offense outside of turnovers. Our turnover was kind of self-inflicted on the exchange. We forced a fumble. Let's see if 2 minutes and 55 seconds is enough for us to go down and tie this one up.
We gave Chippewa a short field on that last offensive drive of theirs. You know, they had that great run back.
Yeah, and that's made a difference in the game for both teams. You know, their kicking game isn't as strong as ours so far. Let's see what happens here.
Starts on the 30. Vincent.
We'll get decent field position as well.
Yeah.
See what we can do with it.
2-minute drill time here, fellas.
Yeah, let's see if we can come out and I think we have one timeout remaining, correct? And move the ball with some urgency and get down, square this one up, and make some halftime adjustments defensively, and hopefully we can pull this out and send a message back to the Chippewa Falls football program that the way that Friday worked out isn't going to happen from here on out.
You're going to get some dislikes for that one.
We need some
Those are the dislikes come-
RESPECT.
You might get a letter.
Well,
Put it on the pile.
yeah,
Yeah, add it to the
Right.
pile.
Yeah.
Don't those go to you, Kevin? I
Yeah, I
thought
get
that's
letters.
why. I thought that's
Yeah,
why you were here today
Hey,
to monitor the broadcast.
I knew that pretty confidently, too, that you'd get a letter. How do I know that?
yeah.
Is it because you wrote it?
Yeah, right.
You can forward it to me, and I'll put it in my own special file.
Yeah.
It sits
Nah.
like right next to my leg at my desk.
I'm willing to be honest with you, though, but you guys, too, do such a great job. Volunteer, come up here, have so much fun, celebrate all these kids. So in my 9 years of doing this here in River Falls, I have not gotten a letter from anybody that's a negative. So that is a positive that about our broadcasting crews with guys like yourself. Thank you, and you guys do a great job.
Yeah, we appreciate
Yeah,
that.
thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, we come up here and have fun, and so far, Kevin, all you've mentioned is dislike buttons and
Letters.
and letters. Hey, how can we get at these guys? But we're pretty unshakable.
When I walked up, I was wondering why the godfather of River Falls Sports Broadcasting was in the booth
Well,
tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know what we did.
So
Yeah.
Rebecca says you guys have the wrong roster entirely. 5 is Jackson LeMay and 1 is Jackson Boland.
Oh,
You have
All
the
right.
varsity roster, he said.
okay.
So
Thank
we
you
have
for the
crossover now.
clarification. All right.
Yep.
We won't call out any names on Chippewa Falls.
Rebecca, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
That's good inside information. These JV and freshman games are tough sometimes. Rosters are.
3rd and about 4, and Lesh is back on the field.
That was a good hard run.
Yep.
I mean, every time the ball hits a running back for River Falls, there's never any hesitation. They run forward, plow forward, fall forward. Everything is it's pretty tough to defend. I feel bad for the opposing team sometimes.
Surprised by the run calls, you guys?
We have enough time. I'm guessing that's setting up something big coming up here.
I mean, you got Lesh just
And when you get chunks like
just
that,
bringing
right?
it down. Yep.
Yeah,
Maybe
the lead lawyer in the
timeout
law
here.
firm.
yeah, calling a timeout here, get
Yep.
the team reset. I mean, the way that our play action works, you have to keep running the ball to keep the other defense honest. If you're running that play action all the time and you can't run the football,
Right.
there's no reason to bite on it. The linebackers are gonna feel free to drop into those over the onto the flat. The pass plays that have worked so well for us so far.
So I will say, Kevin, next year when these 3 running backs are on the varsity squad, you can use the law firm.
I might
Yeah.
use that. I might use
Yeah.
that.
The law firm of Lesh, Curdy, and Costabillo.
There you go. I can't get my mind off. So Eddie Lesh, this Lesh's brother, we called him the Junkyard Dog. So I was trying to think of a new nickname for this one. I don't want to take Eddie's nickname. That was just too good. But we'll come up with something.
Yeah.
Well,
he was
I
the
mean-
Junkyard Dog.
The junkyard dog.
Yeah, JYD.
Was that after that first interview where somebody called him a dog
I
in the
think
interview?
possibly.
That's where
It's-
he said he was a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that
Oh
was
no, that was way before that.
yeah,
was way before that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. Yeah,
That was a great interview.
that was Larson
Oh, that's who it was. Yep.
doing that.
Dog.
Dog.
He's
That's a classic.
He's a dog.
Yeah,
That's a classic. That's one of the instant classic post-game interviews. Here
No
we go.
doubt.
Little play action, second level. Over to Bottleson.
Plenty
First
of time.
down.
Plenty
Yep.
of time, guys.
Yeah, and there it is. You know, you run those plays, you're getting chunk yards on the run anyway, and it just freezes the defense in the play action, and you get good opportunities for a quarterback like Tino, who's been just
On
full
point.
of dimes today, like you
On
said,
point.
Kevin.
Yeah,
Dropping
Dimes
dimes.
he's on it, isn't he?
Plenty of time given by the offensive line, too. This one a little breakthrough, but enough to get out. Oh, there's Logan.
Get out of bounds.
Didn't.
Nope, he did not. Well, let's see.
Clock runs 38
Yep.
seconds. Got to hustle up to the line here, get another playoff, or kill the ball here.
Spike it, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you have time to huddle, but they did.
Yep, they did. They're going to go. Better hustle it up.
Pump fake.
Oh,
No.
okay.
That's fine. You can
Yeah.
stop the clock.
Right.
16 seconds, time to huddle up. Call in that
I wonder if Robbie Anderson's going to get a shot here if we don't. We haven't seen too many field goals by the JV team.
no, but the way he kicks the ball off, you know, I mean, it looks like he's got plenty of leg.
Yeah.
You know, there's just so many moving parts to that, you know, snap, hold, and kick. It's unless you have a really, really consistent program, it's tough. Tino's running the play call in here. Can't imagine this is going to be anything but a pass call. With only 16 seconds, it'd be tough to pull off a run call and get back to the line.
You almost got to get it in the end zone, too.
Yeah.
Lesh is in the
Well,
backfield.
you can still get a first down.
Oh, pressure coming from the back. Oh, he's just going to throw it
toss
away.
Well, not a bad mindset, though, right?
You can't get tackled in bounds, so he
Right.
knows that. He probably could have had the first down, but the clock might have ran out.
Yeah,
Now
you
it's
know,
fourth down now.
agreed. Yeah, he had a little bit of real estate in front of him, but not enough to get into the end zone. And, you know, it's
And not enough to get out of bounds
Right.
either.
And you're
Right.
not even guaranteed that yard or two. You never know when that hole's going
Right.
to close. And yeah, I don't hate that decision. I mean, I think you're living to play your fourth down here. Make sure you're giving your team a chance. So
yeah, that's a pretty smart, mature play for a kid at this level
freshman
to
quarterback, yeah.
having have the state
wherewithal,
of mind to
yeah.
the wherewithal to throw that thing out of bounds and not chew up 2 seconds trying to reach the boundary.
A lot of guys just want to be an athlete there and turn it up the field, and that would have expired the first half. That's interesting.
And that would
Yeah,
be
that'll
it.
Let's say have a
That's a
timeout.
first down, maybe.
It is.
And 5 seconds remain, so
Can
they
you
did
spike
call
it?
timeout.
No, they did have a timeout left.
Yeah.
Okay. So that the
Yep.
first timeout called was a chip timeout when they were down on our 5. We did have 2 remaining there.
Yeah, first down.
So, yeah, the clock here at Wildcat Field doesn't have timeouts on it, so I'm doing a little bit of guessing with you folks at home.
We could give that job to Josh since he didn't have the time thing anymore.
Does anybody
that's
online want that job just to keep track of timeouts?
idea.
You could do that too.
Yeah, you could just put in the messages how many timeouts
Yeah,
are
you could-
remaining. We would really appreciate
We
it.
need a TOL person, timeouts left. Just keep track of those.
Can that same person also bring us a fried chicken sandwich
They
from Tarnation Tavern?
Right.
That would be phenomenal.
They're open for lunch now. I went down there the other day and had them for lunch. and
Heard the
God, it was
fried
good.
bologna sandwich is phenomenal.
I haven't had it. I've heard the same thing.
Yeah.
So
Their food there, the whole menu, I haven't had anything that I didn't like.
Food's great. Some of the musical performers they have there are. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, their talent could use some work.
Average at best.
Geez, tough crowd.
C plus.
Tough crowd.
What do you call a doctor with a C average, boys?
A doctor.
Doctor. That's right.
A dentist, I thought. Yeah, now we're going to get a dislike from a dentist listening.
Yeah. Michael Page.
All right. Well, basically first and goal for Wildcats. Last play of the first half. 5 seconds remain.
Could have picked on Todd Frisch there, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know he's listening.
Logan and Charlie in the backfield. Little play action.
Not quite sure what the play action's going to do there.
Yeah, that'll bring us to halftime.
You know,
I mean, I know you're going to pass it.
Yeah, those plays have been the most successful for us. But, yeah, in a situation like that where they can pretty much sell out on the pass,
Yep.
they're not really threatened by anything else. So
I think Tino thought the time should have stopped before.
yeah, he didn't
He
look real
he
happy. He
wasn't-
thought that they
he
got
thought
that
they
off in
had-
the 4 seconds
Yep.
and not the full 5. But
He was looking for the home clock operator. We can find out.
She wants to get down to Tarnation Tavern
Tavern.
for that
Yeah.
Chicken
That's-
sandwich.
That's right.
That's
I
just
do
bringing
too.
me my chicken sandwich. So.
Yeah.
Hey, we're talking about that. Here, you guys will get a kick out of this. Speaking of Todd Frisch, look at there's Todd Frisch in the background right there in that shot. Fred Barr's in the front, holding one of those delicious
imagine
sandwiches. There's Todd right there.
There he is.
Imagine that.
So,
Some of the fine folks in
Yeah,
town.
River Falls
Yeah.
Social Elite.
That's right.
Todd Frisch.
that sandwich right there that Fred is holding, that just came out from the kitchen. That thing looks about as good as the promotional picture. You know, a lot of times they don't. That is pretty good. It was a selfie.
That's with a cell phone camera, not even doctored
Right.
up, right?
So let's go. Let's look at that's a real sandwich. It just came out of the kitchen, and there's the one that's doctored. I mean, there's not a lot of difference. This one's got a toasted bun. Maybe that's a difference on that. But other than that, pretty
I
good
see
chicken
some,
sandwich.
There's some butter glistening on just the lower left portion of that.
That's the special sauce
Yeah?
they throw on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the special sauce they throw on there. That's the secret sauce.
That's actually, one of Josh's strengths, and really why he got this gig was because his food, his ability to break down a food picture is
Oh my goodness.
second to none.
Yeah.
I mean, we could spend the next 3 minutes and 30 seconds of halftime breaking down that chicken sandwich,
Yep.
or we could talk about the first half.
Josh did major in college in food analytics, so
Well, what do you think,
Yeah,
guys?
see
First
and-
half. What
see
do you think
average.
the keys are?
Well, big plays, right? The big plays from Chip are what burned us. You had the 2 long touchdowns, and then the long return to set up the short field on their 3rd touchdown. I think River Falls has been playing well on offense. Just kind of ran out of time there on that last drive, and we just got to find a way to be a little bit more disciplined. That's one of the things we've talked about in the last couple of games that they've been really good at is that gap discipline and protecting those edges and staying in your spots. And they've got to figure a way to shore up those spots and play zone and play areas a little bit more and let the offense come to them. They might be a little hyped up.
yeah, I agree. And one of the things that we've seen positive today, I don't think we've seen many flags.
Nope.
Against the Wildcats, we've run a pretty clean game. Got to keep that up, and like you said, Josh, we got to find a way to take care of those stretch plays to sideline to sideline, which, as we've seen over the last few games, has not been something that we've struggled with. But they got some special talent over at Chip, some good speed around the edges.
Rob Derry, the artist, be proud of me on that shot right there. That's beautiful.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
look at that.
It's like it's like a Norman Rockwell.
Looks like something Bob Ross would
That's a
throw
Bob.
on a canvas.
That's a Bob Ross.
That's
Right
a
there.
happy. There's a happy little tree.
Yeah.
Look at the happy trees back there, and then feel
Maybe
a
it
little
just, yep, it's going to live right there. Live right there.
Yeah, that says Monday night JV football in the fall right there in River Falls, Wisconsin, doesn't it?
Just want to sing a little. Was that Kenny Chesney, Boys of Fall?
Right
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
You could break into that right there.
Yep.
That would call for that right there, Josh.
I'd sing it, but there's copyright infringements and things.
That's
can't.
right.
Yeah,
Can't
YouTube would be.
doing
You'd probably be shut. We'd probably be shut down before the third quarter
Talk
started.
about letters and dislikes.
Yeah, it'd be a
be
spot
a
on.
lot
There we
Where
go.
is it? Be spot. Was
Yeah.
that Kenny? You got Kenny in the broadcast?
Yeah, yep.
Oh my goodness.
Kenny Lassie over here.
So, Kevin,
Yeah.
this is your first JV game with us. What are the similarities and the dissimilarities between the JV Wildcats and the varsity Wildcats?
First of all, I like this squad, right? I mean, you got a lot of young talent that's striving to be on the varsity level. I think, just look, speed's different, right? You get the 17, 18-year-olds, just a little more testosterone, a little more speed, a little more times in the ETS training. You see a little bit of that, right? Just another year of putting a little more meat on the bone. That's probably just one thing that, you kind of just observe the speed of the game maybe a little bit. But there's a lot of good young athletes here. They're going to spend another, 360 days in the ETS training and eating right and working out and striving, and they're going to be right there next year. A lot of these guys contributing at the varsity level. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, the maturity level, in all sports you see that, 16 and 18-year-olds are only 2 years apart, but there's just a world of change that happens in physical and mental capabilities. There's no doubt that there's quite a bit of growth here, but that's kind of why it's fun to see these kids play at this level. They put in the same amount of work. They're at practice every day. They're out there grinding, and
It shows.
it does.
It's like here in the booth. There's definitely a gap between the older, wiser people in the room and the younger, less experienced.
No gap.
What around the ears?
Does it really feel like there's a
100%.
big gap? I don't know.
No gap.
Mm-mm.
Hey, one observation I made, though, about Wildcat athletics. When they did bring ETS in, about 4 or 5 years ago, it seems like not only football, but all sports have really excelled. I mean, you think about
Absolutely.
girls basketball, boys basketball, football. A lot of these sports, it just seems like once that came in, I think the bonding's better, the work ethic, the what they're eating, the consistent workouts is making teams stronger to carry them late into games to give them
Right.
the edge. I don't know. Maybe it's a coincidence, but it seems
No,
to me
1,000%.
It
I
seems
agree.
to
Absolutely.
me when since ETS came in, all of the teams in the River Falls have gotten better.
I remember watching some games when my son was growing up in the youth program, and we'd be in the game first quarter, second quarter, but then we'd come out in the third quarter and fourth quarter, and we'd kind of get rolled on a little bit, and you could tell the other teams were just a little better conditioned, a little bit stronger, and we definitely don't have that problem anymore.
So I'm not just imagining that.
No.
No, we're even integrating it into like golf.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tailored programs to your sport.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was going to touch on that too, Justin. I mean, with the hockey coach and the hockey team and the golf teams, they don't just do the same workouts the football team's doing. They do such a good job with specific workouts for your sport and making sure that whatever motions or whatever things that you're doing day in and day out at practice or in competitions or games, that you're getting that work in the weight room.
So you mean there's more to those girls' golf workouts?
Hey.
It was fun.
Yeah, there is a little bit more.
Speaking of girls golf, though, little shout out. They head to sectionals tomorrow
That's right.
at Troy Burns. So let's go, girls. Let's put it together tomorrow. We'll pitch to the outside here. Who we got at running back?
That is
It's Curdy takes it from the wing. Yeah.
Wing.
That's
Yeah.
Wyatt Hopeful, actually.
Oh.
Wyatt Hopeful with
22?
27.
It is. Yep.
Oh, numbers
Yep.
are hard.
He will be lacing the skates up for us as soon as
Another one of your guys. All right.
this season's over. Yeah, we're looking forward to see where he's gonna be after a strong season last year.
Another thing we promote well here in River Falls is multi-sport athletes.
100%.
I love it. Let kids be kids. Let kids
Yep.
be athletes, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's hard to learn life lessons better anywhere else than
Somebody catch
competing.
what that was? The flag.
It was after the play, dead ball
He
foul.
did this hand motion, which nobody can see, and I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
that's
that's a great motion for the broadcast here without a camera on you, Josh.
I think whoever did a penalty, they pushed two people apart from each other.
Is that what it was?
That is a
That must have been what he was. Yeah.
That is
It was a personal
15-yard,
foul of sorts.
penalty.
Yep.
That is the.
I should have gone to the Gridiron Gals presentation. I could have learned. Oh,
That
it
was-
must have been after the
Past
play
the
too.
Revo.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was.
That was the first throw from Tino that was a little bit wobbly and low, but did a good job picking that off his laces there and getting a good positive yardage play out of it.
I want to say one last thing about ETS. So it's not only the physical conditioning and the health food stuff, but there's bonding going on, right? Kids getting up together at 5:30 in the morning, sacrificing, laughing, goofing around. I mean, there's a whole bonding aspect of that between these kids that
Right.
happens
Yeah, putting
that
in
you
the
would
work.
never putting in the work that you would never get otherwise. You start depending on each other, relying on each other.
I agree, and the coach, most of the coaches take part in it as well. So it's just good to see the kids being active, staying active. Any team bonding activity or any activity where they're together, they just get to know each other and trust each other a little more.
Right. So there's a bunch of that going on top of everything else that's good about ETS. It's quite a commitment.
Ryder Ergens with the reception there.
A nice second effort there too. They had him tackled for just a short gain, and he kind of wiggled his way around one defender and then sandwiched his way through a couple others and got about 8 or 9 on that to make it a 4th and short.
And they're going for it.
I think his extra effort is the only reason why we're able to go for it on fourth here. Without that would have been a tough fourth down to overcome.
Opens up the playbook.
He's trying to draw him off here, maybe. There's that.
There is that.
Yep. They're trying to draw him off, and they're going to get no sale. Then they're going to take the timeout, I'm guessing. There it is.
Yep, there it is. Well, it was a good idea. I mean, that would have got you the
Did they
first
take the
down, 3
timeout, or
yards.
did
They think that to penalty, maybe.
I
I
just
saw.
take the
Did I see
penalty.
a flag go up or not?
I didn't know.
I did not see any laundry,
Oh,
but
there
it
they
does
are.
look
Yep,
like
sure
they
did.
are
Yeah, that's the
calling
call to
it.
make. Yeah, you don't want to burn a timeout there.
We got a pretty good punter here too. So
Just give him a little extra room, right? You know.
Don't want to boot it all the way through the end zone.
Right.
Yeah.
He wanted that. He said, "Hey, coach, give me another 5
We would
yards
hate for
on
the
that."
college scouts to be cramming the stadium stands at the JV game
He's like,
for our punter.
Coach, I could use 5 extra yards on that if you just take that penalty. That'd be great.
After that tough catch and run, Ergens here is going to be the one booting it.
Number 5 for Chippewa on the. Oh, maybe.
Rugby.
Oh, yeah, little rugby-style kick. There was some good
He
pressure
had to
up
get
the
out of
middle.
the way of the pressure.
Yeah. Oh, man.
He's just
Boy,
fast.
shifty
Cannot
runner.
get him. Yep.
He's shifty. He's elusive, and he's quick.
And he's in the
Big
third gear.
And
And
he's
plays,
gone.
right?
Man.
yeah.
Big plays.
You know, and that's something else at the JV level. You get a kid with that kind of twitch and
Oh, yeah.
speed.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough to overcome. Because he ran through and juked out. All 11 guys on the field there for us.
In my best Chris Berman, there was a little bit of whoop, 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 whoop going on there.
Back.
Back. A little bit of whoop, whoop, left, right, whoop.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
another impressive play.
on that run, you did get to see some shift and go.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like some of those zones he had the outside where once he hit that hole, he was gone. He had to make a couple moves, and he did.
He made a couple kids miss, and that is.
And the first couple Wildcats that were down on scene, they pushed him back to the inside. It was just there was enough space for him to move.
Yeah.
So going for 2 on it.
Big plays.
Coming around the corner, number 9, and that.
He's in.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a good job with Riley Usgard over there. He was trying to shed that block, and they just did a good job pushing him towards the sidelines and creating that little pocket for number 9 to pop up and make this a 16-point game.
Their wide receivers have blocked our corners real well tonight, where a lot of those have been shed.
Yeah,
Usually.
In
They've
the
done
past,
a nice job.
we saw those corners and safeties and even some of those outside linebackers break free.
Testament to the Chip staff, too, because a lot of times wide receivers, and you see this at all levels, they're not necessarily the most fond of the blocking role. They want to have the flashy catching passes and taking end-around kind of roles, but they do a good job clearly over there. They've done a good job against us today.
Yeah.
So they've had 2 50-plus yard runs for touchdowns and a 75-yard punt return for a touchdown. So 3 really long plays.
Yeah, those long plays are really eating us up
Well, that's
right
what we
now.
said at halftime, right?
Yep.
Story of the game so far, and the story continues.
Maybe something that the Wildcat coaches just go for it on 4th downs and not put the ball in number 5's hands. Little selfie time out there.
Yep.
All right, let's see if we can get some good field position and crawl our way back into this and make this a 1-score game again. A little squibby onside-er. Oh, handle it.
Oh,
Yep.
a little dangerous there.
Yeah.
Number 80 for the Wildcats, Ben O'Malley picks up the ball.
I can't tell if he's trying to do. I mean, now it looks like maybe that's what they're trying to do, but
That one looked like it. The last few that have been popped up in the air, I just don't think that they have the leg to really kick it through the end zone or get it back there. But yeah, I agree with you, Josh. I think that one was intended to be kind of a squibby onside situation.
maybe nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I mean
And
that
that
would have
thing
been
was
tough.
bouncing around,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, yep.
In my best Lost in Space voice, danger, Will Robinson. Danger, danger.
The maestro.
Another good tough run up the middle there for a few.
Austin back in at running
Austin
back.
Curdy, yep.
He didn't see a lot of touches the series he was in. We were kind of on a pass heavy.
Yeah, there wasn't much we could do up against the clock at the end of the first half there. So he picked up a couple of good blocks when they got some free runners through our line, but didn't see a lot of touches. Well, let's see if we can get the running game going here to reset up some of those big pass plays, those chunk plays we were able to get off in the first half.
Blitz coming. He's got to go get it.
Oh,
And he got it.
Oh, what a catch!
Odell,
Beautiful.
Move over.
You got mossed.
You got mossed.
Somebody clip that. You're going to see
Yeah.
that on a highlight reel.
Wow.
Oh, baby, what a catch.
And, back to exactly that was the exact play they ran last half. And he stopped running a little bit, and he's got size.
Just taking the height advantage and
Heightness,
going
I
up and
think
grabbing it with
that was
one
a
hand.
heightness play.
Wow, somebody find the clap. Somebody find the clap emojis on that.
Yeah.
Little clap, clap, clap.
Look
Wow.
what I can do.
Yeah,
baby.
that was great
Ryder
throw,
Ergens,
even better
yeah.
catch.
That was worth the price of admission right there.
Here's number
Oh, great
15 to the
block.
outside. Yep.
Yeah. Hope his girlfriend was watching.
Somebody.
Yeah, that's something that we'll have to clip that and put that as a highlight. 'Cause that was something.
I'll clip that one, and you guys, I'll share that out there.
That was an impressive play.
Real impressive.
And Tino threw it where only he could catch it.
Right.
Just a great throw, nice tight spiral.
I think that's the same thing they were trying to do on the pass that wasn't quite too crisp earlier.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, he's got about a foot on him.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Again, Texas math, but
Yeah, this one says, wow, Sports Center top 10.
No doubt.
Yeah, that was good. For a JV football game, doesn't get much better than that.
No, that's for sure.
It's Monday Night Football at
It
its
is.
best here. Little delay draw handoff here.
I hadn't
That was
seen
a
that yet
keeper.
either. Yeah.
Keeper.
Yeah, Tino up the middle.
Designed, I believe.
Nice patient run. Had his hand on the back of the blocker and just kind of wove his way up for a good 4-yard chunk.
We don't see Tino doing a lot of quarterback keepers. Unlike Friday night, we do see a fair amount of them Friday night with Jacob Range.
Well, you got a three-headed backfield that runs the ball real well,
Yeah,
and you need to set up that play action. To hand the ball off, but a play like that can get you a good chunk and set up a 3rd and short.
Nice play. Yep. Out to Josh Bottleson again.
So Massa's a freshman.
He is.
It's going to be fun to watch him develop and mature through this program.
I just want to clarify, it's Massa.
Massa.
Not Massa.
Okay, so if someone told me is mass like mass, I mean, I literally would get comments on here, and I would say Massa.
I've been corrected by other people, too, so I don't know.
Well, I was saying Massa forever, and then even last week someone said mass like
Was that insider info, or was that where you get
it was
sabotaged?
it was on the comments. Like
Was
when
it
you guys
was it
when you guys were
saboteurs?
broadcasting last week, you said like Catholic mass, and I was like, that's so.
Yeah, maybe it is.
I don't.
I was told
Okay.
the other way, but
Well,
I guess we'll find out.
It's a lot easier to say massa.
Go get it again? Oh, he had to defend that one.
Okay, so now we're gonna end this debate. Someone on there watching tonight, let us know.
We'll just go ask
Massa
Coach.
or
We could probably
massa.
just
We're
yell
gonna
at
go
his-
ask
we could
Coach
just yell at his
Mario.
dad.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, if we say it 50%
Massa?
each way, we can avoid dislikes,
massa.
right?
I like massa better.
Massa.
Well, it's
Okay.
Italian, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where I
'Cause
got
I
it
was
from.
saying
Yeah.
that, and I was getting. I got a bunch of business massa like.
I think it was
I'm like-
I think he had a saboteur.
I
It's
think
like,
I
so.
said, I
They were-
said Loesch
you
forever.
know,
and
sometimes
I
those
got
comment
corrected on
sections
that.
they get pretty
Yeah.
unruly.
Was it possibly Neil deGrasse Tyson that
It
left
might
that?
have been.
Yeah.
He's got a shed.
Oh,
of,
nice.
Oh, nice. Well, making something out of not much, but yeah, picks up about 5. Looks like.
It looks like it's going to be 3rd down
Even
and about
from watching,
6.
what was the first broadcast I did? The first game, it was maybe 4 games. The Hudson game.
Yep.
Just watching Tino and just kind of his smarts, really, just making good decisions with the football. There, he hung on to it a little bit, and he rolled out to the right. Was patient, didn't panic, found a receiver that was open, put it close enough on him where he could get some positive yardage.
Tell you what, though, walking down the field here, welcome to the jungle. I mean, they're moving the ball, doing well.
Another pass play. He's got his
Second.
guy.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Oh, what a catch.
Another highlight reel.
Look what I
Talk
drew.
about a
Rico.
highlight drive, man.
Rico Alvarez. Oh, my goodness.
One thing, thinking back to the Hudson game that we broadcast, they've opened this playbook up a lot for Tino in these last 2 weeks. Watching the Superior game, this game, he's thrown more passes this game than he did the first 2 that we
Right.
broadcast combined. And now we see why. I mean, he's a good passer, good thrower, and they got receivers that are going to go get the ball.
Yeah, that is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
That is going to be exciting for a few years.
That's been developed with trust, though. I mean, you look at him pulling the ball down and running out of bounds, right? When the open's not there. So going for 2,
Great play
And he's
again,
in.
man.
right there.
And you can
That was
see
a
how
little bit more
confident
of a
he is
spread.
delivering the
Ryder
football.
Ergens.
It's unfortunate we're not going to get to call any more of his games unless we know anybody that can pull some strings and get us into the varsity broadcast.
Yeah.
You guys know
maybe,
anyone?
Just maybe.
You know anyone?
22. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting next year. Jacob Range, just a junior, having a real nice season. He'll be a senior next year, and then you've got
Right.
Massa coming up. I mean, he'll be a very strong sophomore.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they use him. If he keeps playing at this level and it transitions, I mean, junior varsity to varsity is a big jump. Like you mentioned earlier, Kevin, the size of the speed, everything is just, it happens faster. And if he can keep the game moving as slow as it seems to be moving for him, it looks like he looks like he's seeing everything at a speed that everybody else isn't. He's going to be he's going to push for that position or be a tool. Maybe something like a Drew Brees, Taysom Hill.
Yeah. Sledgehammer.
That's right.
I wanna be.
Yeah, the
Wait,
freshman.
you couldn't actually sing the song. That was part of the
I can just tell you right now. Freshman quarterbacks love to be compared to Taysom Hill. That is awesome. That is awesome.
I mean, what he's
Right?
putting down right now is pretty
Right?
impressive.
I think we have a nickname candidate though with Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer.
Oh, the sledgehammer. Like
All
it.
nicknames are run through the Godfather.
Right.
I think he's the change machine because he just puts out dimes.
Ooh.
That's another good one.
Change
machine. The change machine. Just giving dimes.
Yeah.
Bump, bump, bump.
That's pretty good, Jerry.
And he's at the change machines, and the dime slot is full.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, let's see if the Wildcats can get their defense figured out here. No big plays, right? Would be a nice start. Maybe being patient in your lane. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, discipline. Just gotta stay disciplined, right?
Another edge
Still
rush.
not there. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they're pushing their receivers pushing our guys towards the boundary and opening up that gap just outside of the hashes there, and they're able to just cut up field and then get into make a safety, make a tackle on a big player, on a wide receiver. It's not necessarily what we want to see.
They're sealing those linebackers at the second level really well too, so they don't have a chance to come in there and make a play.
Movement up front right away, but still got the play.
I don't see any laundry on that.
I don't either, and I couldn't tell if that was them or us that jumped first. It looked like it may have been a little bit of both, but
Ty goes to the runner.
field is clean of laundry.
I've seen 2 or 3 of those tonight, similar with no call.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Positive yardage from Chippewa there. Picks up about 4 yards on that play.
Yeah, someone's got to make a play here and
Met
get a
with a
turnover. Not illegal to take the ball away.
Yeah, that's been our only defensive.
Coming to
defensive
that
hold.
outside again. And
He's gonna get it.
yep.
Yeah, just stumbled over that yard to gain mark, and it's gonna be 1st and 10 from the 50, or maybe even Justin.
The mysterious 51-yard
The
line.
mysterious 51.
Every time. Yes. The joke.
It doesn't get old.
The joke that keeps on giving.
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna sustain that joke all
We
year.
will milk that till the cows come home.
So you can call me 52-yard line.
Yeah.
All right, well, 1st and 10, Chippewa on the 49.
Yeah, I think at this point,
There you go.
they're
Yep.
just going to be happy
There, you
running
gotta-
that ball up the middle. I mean,
Okay.
they're coming in heavy.
Yep.
You can see they have no wideouts. They got a few tight ends in there, kind of stamping the corners, and it's going to be, this is where the D line has done a pretty good job this year. Clogging the run up the middle is going to have to kind of stay stout, and hopefully we can force them to either turn the ball over on downs, turnover, or maybe
Tyler
even take it
Bennett
away.
from the D-line coming out to get a break. He's got a nice toss salad for hair there. Here's that outside run again.
Yeah, good tackle
Not
there
bad,
by Riley
yep.
Usgard.
Yep.
Cal Usgard, his brother Cal.
Yeah, that hair flowing out the back. What do they say? If hair would be poetry, that would be absolute flowetry.
There it is.
There
I'm
it
just
is.
going to sit down and take notes the rest of the game, boys. I'm out.
You're going to run out of ink.
I am outmatched. Yeah. It's a good thing you didn't pay me much.
Hey, here they come in again. They got tight
Oh, there was
set,
a-
broken
They
play, but,
almost caught that.
and he's going to get the edge and be gone.
He gone.
He's gone.
I mean, they were just fractions of a second away there from literally catching
They
that
almost
pitch
ruined that exchange in the
on that end
backfield.
around.
Yeah.
Oh,
That kid's flat good. He is
Yeah.
flat good.
I don't.
Yeah, that
think
number
we'll be
5,
seeing
I don't
much
know
of
the name because it's not correct on the sheet, but yeah, he's quick.
We'll take that if somebody. God, the pictures of that sun is vivid, aren't they?
that's beautiful. That's I'm crying a little bit.
I get a little tear in the corner of your eye. I
Yeah.
saw that. A little dusty in here.
Allergies.
Little
It's
dusty.
allergies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty spectacular run.
Yeah, we have not had an answer, though, for that, that outside run.
We almost did there. Apparently,
Yeah.
you just got to catch the pitch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Man,
so close.
really close. If they could have crashed that in the backfield, that could have been a proverbial game changer.
Is that 3 for him tonight, number 5, and
I think you're
including
I
the
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
2 long runs and the punt
And the
return?
punt return. Yep.
And that was from the 50 as well, correct?
Four,
Just
no,
inside
it
the
was,
50?
no, it was the 30. It was a 75. It was 25-yard line. So it was 75 yards.
I think this last one
The
they
most
were
recent
Oh, here.
was-
Oh, the most.
yeah,
It was.
40-ish,
What did we say? 45-yard line. So
something like that.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah,
About
his
fo-
stat
about
sheet's
40
going to be nice.
About 44 yards more than I can run.
I think after our matchup this week, Justin and I might be looking for him on the
Waiver wire.
on the waiver wire.
We're looking
yeah.
for, we might
may
need
need
one.
him.
Oh, how did your game go this week?
Yeah.
It was a little rough, actually. It was rough.
Less than good.
Yeah.
You know,
Who'd you play?
I don't remember.
Some weird team
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Kind
interesting.
of got lucky. Had a
Some
bunch
kid.
of nobodies.
that kid's got some all-purpose yards, doesn't he?
Oh man, I mean
Goodness.
it's unreal.
You think they come to the huddle and just go play number 1, which is hand it to him? Oh, you got to get it.
Well, you can't go
15,
80 yards
yeah,
unless you got to
Rico.
go 80 yards. So
Yeah. Rico with the reception, a little bobbled there, but we're back on the field, still holding the ball.
that's what I used to do in Madden when I needed to get all of my players into the Pro Bowl.
Hey, just run it down to the
Yeah,
1
you
yard
just
line.
run
kneel
back
it.
to the 1, then you throw 7 passes to your tight end, and
Yeah.
boom, Pro Bowl.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Tony Romo in the Pro Bowl.
It's the only way you could get there. I love that guy.
Tony Romo got a little sentimental about Burlington, Wisconsin yesterday during the
Did he?
broadcast. You see that? Yeah, they had a big ceremony down there Friday night. He was with his wife and his parents and his kids. He said it was the first time he's got to watch a high school game since he played in high school
Really?
because he's been busy every weekend since, he
I
said.
bet.
But he said it was special and a really good time down in Burlington.
Little Tino Massa quarterback draw here.
Yeah, they had three receivers on this near side that it looked like their only job was to block, and they did a pretty good job getting them upfield.
I don't know if the coaches saw something there or have seen something because they've run that play a couple times now. We haven't seen that at all, I don't think.
Right.
Well,
Just
they're
twice today.
obviously looking for a pass. I mean, he's not afraid to throw the ball.
Right.
So, they're going to play off a little bit. And
I think some of that's just, you got to keep the defense honest. They're throwing a lot of those long balls out of that look, too.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got to keep one eye on the quarterback and make sure that he's not getting loose, and one eye on your receiver, he's going to get behind him.
little pump fake there on the shoulder. And he's just going to tuck it and run.
No flags either. I saw a little bit of.
I forgot to put up the
Couple
last
boys on the
8
ground.
points for Chippewa Falls there.
Probably going to get a letter on that.
I'll probably get a letter. People at home just screaming at their
Write
TV.
him a letter, Willie.
Yeah.
We forgot to put up that last touchdown. Okay, we got it.
Yeah, if we get our first dislike because you joined the broadcast,
right. I will take full blame for
Ah.
that. Because if you haven't got one by now, you're probably going to get one tonight.
Yeah.
I guarantee throw a stick in those spokes.
I don't need any more dislikes this year.
Give me a heads up next time, though. I want to advertise we got the Godfather in the booth.
Yeah.
We probably get
Hey, you got your 10-0 tonight though, so that's pretty
Like
good.
it.
That's good.
See, yeah.
a sweep coming around the outside here.
Oh, good block there, too.
Yep. 20 and 34 with the blocks. Austin Curdy and
Yeah.
Logan Gore.
Curdy
I
came
like
out
that
and just
Logan Gore.
pancaked that. The back on the from Chip was standing there, and I think his eyes got big, and Curdy ran him right over.
That's going to do it for third quarter, just like that.
Well,
Big. I mean, nothing's changed, right? Big plays, and that's really what's been biting us. You've got a 75-yard return for a touchdown. You've got a big punt return that set up their last short field, and another 45-yard run for a touchdown. They're just breaking off chunk yardage.
yeah. I mean, it's tough to see this game
Yeah,
turn it around unless our defense can hold them.
got to start
You know.
taking care of business.
Or create turnovers. We
day.
almost had one on that last long run. Almost got that turnover in the backfield, but outside of that, they've kind of had their way with the edge runs, and
Right.
Our defense hasn't had an answer for it yet.
Yeah, offensively, I don't think you can be terribly unhappy with where we're at offensively. It's just that defense, it just has not been able to have an answer.
Yeah, how many drives have we been stopped on? 2 drives, and one was the end of the half, right? We
Yep.
The
You're right.
turnover.
ran out of time. Yeah, the
Yeah.
turnover and then end of the half.
Correct. Yeah.
So start the fourth quarter.
I think there's a little Kobe Bryant situation right here where they're letting them get up so that way they can make the miracle comeback.
It's going to be a great story.
Yeah, that was a uh-oh.
I think the ground caused the fumble there. If they call that a fumble,
That was right in front of the ref, too.
I don't agree with that at all.
You can take another look at it right here if you want.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the offense is staying on the field, but if they call that a fumble,
Oh, yeah.
He was down.
yeah,
For sure. I mean,
these refs are out here doing their best. I mean, everybody here don't want to say anything too negative there, and it looks like they got this call right. So, good on them.
Lord knows.
So
I've
they
never
are going to
been
bring
up-
it back.
yeah.
Yep.
Now, we went back and watched that again here and
Confirmed.
confirmed that
Yeah.
the knee and elbow were down and the fumble was caused by the ground. We're going to reverse that call and bring it back.
Well, we've been begging for a replay team, and all we got to do is get the Godfather in here, and we have one.
They came up to the booth. We took a look at that again, and we look at the headset down there, and we just let them know.
Are we able to
Yeah,
freeze frame that?
Yeah, that ball's on. That ball, the knee's on the ground there, an elbow, and a ball that bring that one back.
Yep.
If only that's how it works.
Right.
Oh, just overthrew it. Chip's changed a little bit here. They're bringing some more pressure because they know we got to throw the ball. Tino's doing a pretty good job staying away from
Right.
it outside of that one sack he just took there, but he was a few feet away from turning that into a special play.
Yeah, offensive line here has kind of been. I mean, they had 2 or 3 in the backfield chasing him
Yeah,
down.
little
on that
jailbreak.
last. Yep. Brings up 4th down and about 16, 17.
Yeah, the punt team's out there again. Tino's on the sideline. I would think the idea is to punt this one out of bounds, away from their returner, who's had a pretty good day against
good
us
run
today.
back, yeah.
They don't. They kick it away and give him a crack at it.
That's number 2 though, not number 5. And he's still moving on the inside
They
here.
apparently do not make a slow kid in Chippewa Falls who carries the
so
football.
far.
Yeah. That's about a run back of 12, 13 yards, right around there.
They'll start in Wildcat territory here.
Yeah.
Well, here we go, defense. You got another crack at tightening things up and showing a little bit of your pride. So let's batten down the hatches here, boys, and make a stop. God forbid, let's get the football back.
Yeah, I think the push up front on the D line is going to be big here. Got to make them rush those exchanges. They take a little bit of time, especially when they're reversing them. There's fake handoffs. So we got to get back there and cause some chaos.
Yeah, that was a legal motion. Won't call that.
17 with the tackle for the Wildcats.
Yeah, 12
He's
took
trying to-
off a little early.
Dylan Brathel.
So 2nd down and about 5. They got a few yards here. Let's see what we can do. Let's turn this ball over. We turn the ball over and score, and we can. It's only a 2-possession game.
It's almost like the defense is just running on empty right now.
They've run a long ways this game, side to side. They got their steps in. I mean, sideline to sideline, they've really stretched this out.
Number 9 around. That's
I
the
see
one
what you're
we-
saying there,
Yeah.
Josh. Though they're
Just
They
the
are-
angles. They did such a better, in previous games, that defender follows that play to the sideline until he's got help or can make the tackle and lets the back come to him. In this game, I'm seeing a lot more where they're attacking that rusher and they're just off on their angles. And again, that's that discipline and patience, right? You think you can run up there and make a play, but you can't do that with the speed that they have in their backfield right now. You've got to stretch them out.
and you wonder
There's
if what
that
they're
reverse
yeah,
again, and
there
he's
it
going
is.
to be gone. That's the same play over and over again
Yeah.
that we just cannot see. That's number 12 for Chippewa.
Hats off to Chip though, right? You work what or you run what works, and it's working.
What does Tom Brady say? If you don't like it, stop
Stop
us.
it. Yeah.
Yep, no doubt. It's one of those things. You wonder if maybe getting a little more width on the D line and, maybe asking them to run up the middle and covering the edges would be an adjustment. I mean, it's late in the game for that now, but it's hard to defend, and we just have not had an answer.
Yeah, get it on film, learn from it, move on.
For sure.
Wildcats doubled up, 44-22.
This is the part of the game in Madden where I shut it off.
Well, it looks like they're going to attempt an extra point here.
This is a first of the
High snap.
high snap, and he's going to have to run.
Jailbreak.
And guess who?
Yep.
Number 5 was the holder.
Yep. Maybe a design play. You never know. Didn't
I don't
look like
think
it.
so.
They drew up a high snap, 2 twirls, run into the kicker to the pylon.
Yep.
Just like we drew it up.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Just
we're-
how we asked him.
For some reason, the Wildcats just can't win the race to the sideline.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like a flag football, like 10-year-olds. And, if you had a fast kid, if you could get the kid to the sideline first, you could just turn it up and go
Yeah.
because there's no way to stop them. They're kind of doing that tonight. They're just using the speed to get to the sideline, turning the corner, and they're gone.
Yep.
That happened again, even right there on the botched snap.
For sure.
Right? Just speed to the sideline and to the pylon and in.
Yeah. And what we've seen, Kevin, here with this team in previous weeks is they do a good job not really even crossing that line of scrimmage. If that running back isn't across the line, we did a great job running, lateral to the line and just keeping everything in front of them. And today, maybe just a little, maybe you were handing out Mountain Dews or something before the game. And
Like I said, speed never has a day off, and
No.
these guys are displaying it tonight. And it's just it is an absolute track meet for Chippewa Falls.
absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think they have a touchdown from the red zone yet.
Yeah, most of them have been outside of.
Yeah, I don't know if they've even snapped the ball inside of our red zone yet, outside of conversions.
Yeah, I just chucked the remote control across the room right there. I'm out of here. I'm out.
Well, this is the time of the game here where this is the culture and the gut part, right? You're down late in the game, but you got to see what kind of gumption your team's got to go out there, put a drive together here. Let's go down, score a touchdown. Don't throw your controller across the room.
Moxie.
And,
Check the moxie.
Absolutely.
Here, right?
Yeah, this is a culture drive right here.
These kids are going to see each other for the next 2 years, right? I mean, this is a JV football game. There's another year or two that they will see each other, and I'm not sure they want to be done with this.
And from the looks of this and Friday night's game, it's going to be good football to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if that number 5 isn't seeing time with the big squad yet, I'd like to see who's in front of him because he has shown some pretty special stuff so far.
Well, Friday night they had 3 Masons, so it was easy to call whichever it was. It was a Mason, Mason, Mason. Mason cubed on Friday night, including their quarterback, right? That was a Mason?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out in the second half Friday night, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Curdy with the
Big
run
run.
up the gut for about 6. Not veering from the playbook just yet, right? There is no 24-point play. So still just playing to get first downs.
Yeah, Wildcats 3rd and 3 here. Nice to see a pickup of a first down so they can keep moving the ball. Offensive line has been – first half went real well. The second half, there's been a lot of blitzes and stuff coming at them, but stood up at the line. Probably in 4-down territory. I'm not sure that one made it pass for a first down. Although we got Tim running the sticks out there. He called the game with me in Superior. Maybe send him a little. About 4th and 1.
I mean, it's 2022, and we still have a 10-foot chain they bought at Ace Hardware. I can't believe it. That technology hasn't caught up with first down markers. It will, I think, eventually. Chip the ball.
There you go.
Yeah. Good run there by Curdy.
Good patient run. Got behind him a blocker. Sort of had the hand on the back there for a hot second. Then when he saw the hole in that second level, hit it for about another 10 yards.
Yeah, if you made it like a top 10 list of the most unsophisticated things we do still in 2022, it'd be the chains in football. I mean, it's just
What game
pretty
were
old
we-
school, right? I mean, in this
Yeah.
technology day and age, you'd think you'd figure that out.
Yeah, no doubt. Somewhere between that and putting air in the tires of the cars we drive 80.
Yeah, okay. I'll put that on the list. I'll put that on the list.
Can't beat it.
Yeah.
Top 10 list of things we still do that you scratch your head and go, why are we still doing
I
that?
don't know.
Interesting here. Wildcats moving the ball basically on the run. Curdy's been picking up quite a few yards. Not a ton of passing yet, but offensive line's moving some people, giving them plenty of holes.
Well, maybe trying to keep the defense honest. Massa was under pressure quite a bit that last series.
Yeah, they were sending everybody. And again, here he comes. And Austin's going to hit second gear, third gear. Just before.
I mean,
Shoestring tackle on the far side.
Mm-hmm.
Nice strong run, though.
Yeah, he's had a handful of big, just strong, tough runs up the middle. This is what we're used to seeing from him. And, the game script kind of pushed us out of our normal run, shorten the game, kind of strategy, playing from behind. But getting back to it here on this drive, and let's punch one in here.
Wildcats 1st and 10. They can get a first down on the 3-yard line. Little play action.
more
Going to
yards
Logan.
in the air tonight. Good job by Massa.
Yep. Logan Gore with the catch, run. He's got some good hands for a fullback. Tell you what, out of the backfield, he does a nice job.
Was he in there, out at the 1?
I think he was out at the 1. I don't think he crossed the line.
Picked up a first down, though, so we're going to go first and about 2 yards. First and a yard.
First and goal from the 2.
Curdy got you down there. I'd like to see a kid get a touch here and give him a chance to punch one in.
Up the middle to the promised land. Touchdown, Wildcats. There you go.
There we go.
Big one.
You got the
I
big
love
call.
Nobody talked over him either.
Nothing.
It's
Just
great.
boom. That was for somebody at home that was looking for a little excitement. I just bring it right in there.
There you go.
I don't even know what to say. I haven't been this close to greatness since Ziggy's in Stillwater on Saturday night.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Heard there was a good band there.
I think that was a.
Never been afraid.
Going for two?
Never been afraid to promote myself a little, Cat.
Yeah.
You got it. There's nothing
He's
wrong
in
with
for 2,
self-promotion.
yeah. Yep.
No one else is going to say it. You might as well.
With friends like these.
Don't do me
Friends
like
like
that.
these, yeah. Well, there you go, guys, right? I mean, it's what do we say,
Chip
Put
chair
some
and a
options-
chance. Let's
yeah.
go, yeah.
30 spot, huh?
Well, just
Did
put
we
some
get the-
moxie back and
Oh, was that a penalty?
No, I don't. That was the touchdown, actually. Your touchdown call got us down to the 1 yard line.
God. That absolutely hurts. Oh, I'm going to go home right now.
I wasn't going to say
Dislike.
Should have said it. Oh, my God. That's embarrassing.
another one?
Oh.
That's embarrassing.
Little
So
play
it's
action
the
here.
2-point conversion, play
There's
action.
Logan
pass.
in for
and
two.
in.
There's highlights and lowlights. That'd be a Kevin Lowlight. Yes. There's 2-point
There goes our
conversion.
perfect record.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, folks, if you have an issue with the broadcast tonight,
You
call
can see me.
867-5309.
Call Bia.
If you like what you heard, my name is Justin Armitage. If you did not like what you heard, it's
Wow.
Josh Lassie.
Never heard of it.
BR549. That's for all you hee-haw fans.
All right, well, I mean, again, offensively, 30 points. Wildcats are putting up 30 points. That's you can't be upset about
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
on the defensive side, we just have not had an answer for
Yeah,
big plays.
You look back at the game and some of the game-changing things that happened. If the Wildcats had gotten into the end zone at the end of the first half, this would have been it would have changed the game script quite a bit. I mean, you think about if they could have put 8 points on the board at the end of that first half.
Right.
It's a completely different situation, and instead of being a one-score game,
I mean, we literally have 8 more points.
that is good math. I didn't know
Texas math
I didn't know
at
they
its
taught you that in
best.
Texas.
What was that?
Looks
I'm
like
not
he
sure why
downed
he-
the ball.
He kind of looked back
probably
at the
tired.
ref, and
It's like, seriously, coach.
yeah,
I ran for 1,000,000 yards tonight.
It's like a pity knee.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Didn't
I
want to
could
give
run
the ball back.
I could run this one back too, but we'll just take it down.
They must be trying to get the tight end in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, there it is. The Josh Lassie Madden strategy.
You guys
coming
never
into
did
play
that?
Here.
You made all your players and your whole team?
Never. No.
And you got them all in the Pro Bowl? Never?
I was outside playing.
I wasn't.
That was like
DeAndre Barbie on the line there. 71. We got Tyrone Bartlett. And we got Connor Bannon on the line as well. Coming to that outside again. Missed.
Oh, good ankle
shoestring
tackle there. Yeah.
Well blocked, too. The fact that you've had, 4 runners at least running that play with success today, you got to give some credit to, not only the boys up front, but, I think we talked about it earlier, the receivers making blocks.
Yep.
Ryder Ergens with the tackle there.
A great execution by Chip. Credit where credit is due.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's see if we can get the ball back and maybe make this a one-possession game.
Coming around this side. Turns him back inside, but look at him follow his block.
Well, again, you got a lineman 15 yards up the field making blocks. It's typically going to turn out pretty good for you.
No doubt. I was just about to mention that. 72 is down the field, and that was the one lead blocking for that end around there. That's good execution.
Got some coaching moments
That was
happening
Rico.
here. Yeah.
Rico Alvarez with the tackle.
Fun football. Win, lose, or draw, just a fun football game to watch.
Yeah, anytime there's 70-plus points put on the scoreboard, keeps us busy up
Definitely
here.
not a snoozer.
We're going to have a lot to talk about in the old debrief
Yeah.
down at Tarnation Tavern tonight.
if you like offense, this is fun.
Yeah, no doubt. Had a little bit of everything. They've brought some big plays. We've had some drives and some catches. Those 2 catches on our touchdown drive, boof.
Well, that's after both teams starting the game off with a turnover.
Correct,
Right.
yeah. We returned to swap turnovers at the beginning of the game.
I don't want it, you take it. I don't want it, you take it.
And clean since then.
Yeah.
Ball spotted on the mysterious 51-yard line.
It's crazy how much that comes out.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I actually paid the
So
refs
in-
to never
so
place
in
it on
England?
the 50.
So in England, they had
You
65.
greased them with a 20?
I did. If it's on the 50, just
Go
nudge
buy
it
your
one
wife
way or the
something
other.
nice.
Yeah. Go to Tarnation, get yourself a sandwich.
Jerry gives him a 5.
You might be off the hook on that after Kevin called a touchdown that wasn't.
Oh, we're going to leave that alone until next week when you're not here.
All right.
We'll be lighting up the varsity comment section.
I would be all
Dislike.
over. I would be all over that like a pack of dogs and a three-legged
that's
cat.
awesome.
The first 2-yard gain the Wildcats have from their own 40, I'm going to scream, touchdown.
Down, right? Yeah. Just because Kevin's not here, we thought we'd just fill in for him.
Yeah.
Chip with a player down here. Hopefully it's nothing.
Yeah, don't like to see that.
No. Chippewa with a 1st and 10. We still have not really pushed him to even a 3rd down on defense. Again, they've pretty much walked down the field on us.
I think you're right, Justin. I as I'm thinking back, I don't think they've had 3rd downs.
it was-
Not
it
much for
was-
4th. I mean,
It was basically a walk this way attitude. So,
yeah.
They had a few. They had a couple 4th downs. They did have one red zone opportunity. They did have a 4th down on that they converted, but with the chunk yardage they've been getting on these on the plays they've been running, they haven't needed them.
But nonetheless, again, another just fun game to watch. Another fun game to broadcast with you clowns.
Yeah, it's fun.
Always.
interesting is time. We started on time tonight. It is starting to get dark earlier, though. The lights might even come on. Oh, he's got to make that tackle on the outside.
That's just the stuff that we did not see. We were executing on those. And
No doubt that there's been more missed tackles tonight than we've seen in anything that we've broadcast yet,
Yeah.
and that's, I'm sure, is going to be a focus in practice tomorrow and throughout the week heading up to the game next Monday, which is in Menominee, correct?
Menominee, and there is we are going to do our best to try to broadcast that game. We will see if we can get internet or not. So
That's a maybe.
We
So
will
we'll
find out.
we'll
Maybe for
schedule
next
that.
week.
You guys are going to try to bring it and see if you can get a location. If it's raining, you're going to be in trouble too because you're going to be in the elements. No booth,
Won't
right?
be broadcast. There's no
Okay.
booth. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no booth. We'll be in the stands.
Yeah. So weather dependent, internet dependent, and there might be a broadcast. It'd be a little Harry Carey from the bleachers.
Yeah.
With live experience for the fans. Special treat.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to put microphones anywhere near some of our fans.
You notice I didn't bring out the on-field mics today?
Yeah.
I left them in the bag. We're good on that.
Time is winding down. I'm not sure Chip is going to run a final
I don't
play
think
here.
they need to. I think that will do it.
Well, nothing changed from what we said for halftime, right? Big plays.
Big plays.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
that was
there's
the difference.
one failed conversion where we ran up against the clock at halftime that hurt us a little bit, and then we just couldn't stop the big plays. Whether it was special teams or defense, gave up some big yardage to some of their runners, and kudos to Chip. I mean, they got like you said, Josh, 3, 4, 5 kids that touch the ball, and they all are.
Right.
They were fast. Their blockers on the outside and on the inside were
It's nasty.
they were doing what they had to do, and we just didn't have an answer for it today.
Well, that brings us to the final countdown, and it was a fun night of football, but we just didn't have it defensively.
No.
I'd like to see it next week a little bit better against Menominee. We have 2 more games left. This JV team has 2 more games left, and then you're looking at playoff football for the varsity. Kevin, maybe you can comment. River Falls varsity has qualified
For the playoffs, yeah.
for playoffs.
But now you're kind of going for a home game, right? So I think you really need to win the last 2 to make sure you get at least 1 game at home in the playoffs. They arrested their big horse, Jonas Severson, last week, a little dinged up, maybe a thigh and an ankle, I don't know. Just a guy who carries the ball 30 to 35 times a game, and they thought they'd give him a little bit of a blow last week. Let him recoup. I think he'll be back this Friday against Menominee in River Falls. So I think if you win the last 2, you maybe get a home game out of the chute in the playoffs. But they are playoff qualified. So come on out. That'll be at home this Friday night against the always tough Menominee Mustangs. You can throw all the record books away. It'll be a dandy.
All right. Well, on behalf of my group of broadcasters tonight, Josh Lassie, Jerry Snedeker, Kevin Westhouse, and I'm Justin Armitage, your host. Maybe we'll see you next week at the Menominee game. Thank you for joining us on Monday Night JV Football. Have a
Smack
great
that
night,
like
everybody.
button.
Mr. Roboto.
Smash it. Good night, everybody.